There is nothing like a self-made man. Someone might look at me and say, Martin, you've done it, you made it. No, I have not. It's a continuous strive for excellence to live the best life possible. Let me share with you how the myth of the self-made man started. In 1832, there was a senator called Henry Clay from Massachusetts. And there were a lot of people who made it in the industrial world. And they all thought that they made it on their own. And he coined that phrase, there's nothing like the self-made man. No one makes it alone. No one. When I came to the United States, I went to university. I got my bachelor's degree, got my master's degree. But along the way, so many people helped me. My coaches, the alumni, friends. Now my coach, for example, he was a Mormon. I went to the Mormon church to experience it. I'm a Christian. I embraced everybody. I embraced everything. I was not self-made. I had a lot of help along the way. So at this junction for everyone, you need everyone with you. You cannot go it alone. Do not isolate yourself. You cannot be by yourself. Let that sink in. Does anybody out there know of anyone who's self-made? Can I get any hands? Okay, everybody's quiet. You cannot make it alone. Like I said, my coaches, my alumni, friends, associates, family, they all helped me to get to the next level. Along the way, I failed twice as an entrepreneur. I have a speech that I give sometimes called, have you ever lost everything in your life? Not once, but twice. I have lost everything in my life twice. And I say so proudly, I've learned from it. I never lose. I only learn. The first time was in 1992, the very first house that I bought in Oakland, California, got burnt. There was a firestorm in the Oakland Hills, and 3,500 homes were burned to the ground. It was devastating. But I looked at that and I said, you know what? I didn't come this far to come this far. The second time was in 2008. I've been flipping homes for quite a long time. In 2008, when the market crashed, through no fault of mine, I got wiped out. All my houses that I built up, all my rentals, couldn't afford them anymore. It was just a devastating time. But you know, I rebuilt myself. I didn't lay down. And that's going to get me to the point I'm going to make today of where we are, where all of us are, including most of you, who have lost jobs, who cannot find work. My main word I use, you have to pivot. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot feel sorry for yourself. If you think that you're wrong, if you think you cannot do it, you're right. If you think you can't, you think you can, you're also right. So just think positive, stay positive. But again, let me just digress a little bit. I lost everything twice. And I just knew I have what it takes. But life is about hurdles. Right now, the world has changed. The world is never going back to where it was. Forget it. I didn't even know about the ATS because I don't apply for jobs. It's to show you how the world is. It will never go back to where it is, to where it was. Once you get it in your mind, you will know that you have to pivot. You've got to do things differently. And that takes me to the main point of my speech today. You have to have what I call a tribe mentality. Tribe, T-R-I-B-E, a tribe mentality. And what does that mean? You have to form alliances, friends, network, just whatever. Get together, get 2 or 3 buddies in the same field, and you guys network with marketing, with job searches. You can go far by yourself. But if you have a team, a tribe, you can go so much further. You think a CEO of a company does it by himself? No, he has a team. Lou has a team to make what he's doing successful. So get a tribe, get a buddy system. I would suggest 2 or 3 people, not that more than 2 or 3. You look for jobs together, you hang out together. Don't just go out for a cup of coffee. Mentally think together. Have that tribe mentality. You can go further if you team up with everybody else. It's also called a herd mentality. You know about all the animals in the Serengeti, the herds that follow each other. There's a leader, there's a pack. The whole herd crosses the Serengeti, looking for water. And they follow the leaders. They follow the lead. Animals have that leadership instinct. There are 2 animals in the kingdom that the Creator made so powerful that if we only adapt their philosophy, we can be fruitful. One is the lion, and the other one is the eagle. What makes the lion so powerful that he can look at an elephant and says lunch? He can look at the giraffe and says lunch. The elephant can just kick him and get it out of the way. No, but the lion has the attitude. He walks tall. He doesn't see how big the elephant is. All he knows is he has to eat or else he will die. He has to eat or he will die. The eagle. Eagles fly alone. Eagles never flock, but they mate for life. They have a partner for life. They accomplish everything together. If you see an eagle 4 to 5 miles, if you see a bird, 4 to 5 miles up in the air, it has to be an eagle. Eagles ride a storm. They get into the vortex in the wind and they ride it wherever they need to go. They maneuver. So if you can draw on an analogy of the eagle and the lion, you can be successful. That mindset. I believe, and I say so emphatically, I believe, so resolute in me, I can do anything that I want. It's not about maybe. It's not about if. Forget about what somebody thinks about me. No, it's about you. You have to have that conviction within yourself. I'm going to get a job. I don't care what it takes. I'm going to figure it out. I know it's hard for me to say sometimes because I just never think of a job. But conversely, the way it is right today, where everybody is in a quandary, you've got to work, you got to feed your family. But there's always a way, people. There's always a way. You just figure it out. Don't give up. Sure, you're going to have days when you feel desperate or you feel out of sorts. But if you believe in your God, if you believe, whatever you call it, Jah, Yahweh, God, universe, cosmic, whatever you call it, that higher power above, let me tell you, it never fails. You have to believe. You have to decide. Let me give you another example, basic upon me. When COVID came in March, the speaking industry more or less died because no one wants to see a speaker. Conferences were canceled. I had 9 conferences canceled on me. When conferences cancel, that means income drops like everybody else. I was basically unemployed, but not in my mind. I used that opportunity to learn. You know what I did? I bought some software. I learned how to edit my videos, people. Now I'm a master editor. I can edit my videos. I can put intros, outros, the word in text, cuts, slices. There's a learning curve. I chose that opportunity not to sit back and say, man, I lost 9 opportunities of income. No, I pivoted fast. I started a YouTube channel, Martin Spencer Speaks. I interviewed people from around the world. I had to pivot. I had friends, associates in Dubai, New Zealand, London, the Caribbean. I'm interviewing a world-class brain surgeon in about 2 weeks because I know I can. I reached out to my network, say, who do you know of influence that can assist me to raise my profile? I share these little things with you to let you know that you're not alone. You are not alone. There are people high profile. I'm not a high profile person, but they're high profile people. If you look on Facebook and LinkedIn, everywhere, everybody's doing video. They have to get their message out. Create something for yourself. Look at business opportunities. What can I do? It's not about a job only. You can have a job, but look at a secondary income. What can I start? Who can I bring into my network? Where is my tribe? Who is in my tribe? Who is in my herd? Who are the leaders? You may not be a leader, but you can become a leader. Like I said, I've recoined myself. And you know what I did? I went on the internet, I researched people like me who speak. What are they doing? Next level leadership speaker in comparison to inspirational speaker. I'm inspirational motivation. No, I'm a leadership, but I decided to recoin myself, pivot, next level leadership. When you hear next level, that tells you right away, he's thinking different. And that's what you have to do. You have to be a next level job opportunity seeker. Do it differently. Like the last speaker said, know what it takes to attract the ATS. I didn't even know what ATS meant, honestly. But again, I learned something today. But it makes a lot of sense. Know the industry. Know the hurdles that you face and how to overcome them. Don't sit around and feel sorry for yourself. No. Go out there, get that mentality, get that herd, get that tribe. Actually, there's a book called Tribes by Seth Godin, Seth, G-O-D-I-N, called Tribes. If anybody needs a copy, I have a PDF copy. I can send you one. Send it to martinspencerspeaks@gmail.com. And I'll send you a copy of the PDF version of it, Tribes. It's my gift to you today. Then you in line for an interview because of the salient points. It's just like a cover letter, pretty much. So I'm equating that to a cover letter. He said if he saw the salient points, someone itemized their whole life history or whatever, in just 12 statements, he would put it aside. That was an interview. Someone didn't have a cover letter, he would just throw it in the trash. And that's what happens because of the amount, and that was 20, 30, 40 years ago. So again, to back up to what the last lady said, I forget Lily, it is so important to present yourself properly. But most of all, you got to have that mindset. Let me share with you something else that happened in Chicago about a year ago. You know, I'm into meditation. I meditate because I believe spending time with oneself is very, very important. And I read where a group of people came together to meditate for peace. Again, the collective thought of people coming together. I think there were like 180 people. They came together in Chicago for one weekend to meditate for peace. And do you know, just the collective thought of meditation reduced the crime rate on that weekend by 70%, 70%. They can do that regularly, everybody has jobs, but they decided an experiment to try to see how collective thought together. It goes back to what I'm saying, that tribe mentality, a herd mentality. I don't know how much I can stress it. Don't stay home and feel sorry for yourself, people. Get a buddy system. I had to do it. I'm still doing it. I had to be creative. I don't have any speaking engagements, but you know what? I'm making them on YouTube. You don't know. It's just that mental. Me or not, it's none of my business. Whether somebody likes you or not, it's none of your business. You've got to decide for yourself. Make the decisions. Team up. And I'm being redundant because I want you to hear that message very clear. I want you to team up with somebody. Get a buddy system, man. Anyway, I think you heard enough about that. So let me digress a little bit again. I love to digress because that's where I can make a point even more succinctly. Now I give back. Okay? I give back. I give back to the society. I do things. It's not about money all the time. If I can help someone, a group grow. Many times I've done it and I get phone calls based on what I've done. So not because that you are in a situation right now where you can't help anybody. There's always someone that can help. There's always someone that can help. I walk down the street sometimes and I see someone and my heart just goes out. Sometimes a kind word is all it takes. That's all it takes sometimes, a kind word. You don't have to have money, just a kind word. The acknowledgement of people, the acknowledgement of family and friends. Get the different mindset. Change the thinking. The world has changed, people. It's not going back. It's up to you. If you want to change it, you want to change you, it's up to you, nobody else. Irrespective of what people think of you, do what makes you happy. Do what makes everybody else come back to you. I read a lot. And I read about Steve Jobs and when he was sick, the Apple founder. And there are a lot of things he said, but I'll summarize that in a minute. Most of us have dreams inside of us. Most of us have our music inside of us. There was a study of 300 people in hospice. And the interviewer asked each one of them, they were on their deathbeds, what is your greatest regret in your life? And you know what 99.7 of them said? 99.7, almost 100%. The things I didn't do. That's the number one. Not people I didn't love, that was number two. The things I didn't do, the things I didn't attempt to do, the ideas that I had in my mind. Sure, I'm unemployed, but I still want to start my business. It doesn't take money. It takes thoughts, vision. You put it out there in the universe. God helps those who help themselves. Believe it, people. I am living testimony. I lost everything in my life, not once, but twice. I am a living legend of me. Not for anybody else. I know I can achieve anything that I want to achieve. But don't die with your music inside of you. Write the song, sing it, tell the world about it. Be a dreamer. Dream big. Like they always say, dreams only come true when you step out on them. Steve Harvey has an analogy. He says, you will never know what's on the other side of the river until you cross it. You have to jump. Don't be afraid. You jump and you pivot and then you turn around. Just like the one we are in right now. You have to pivot. Make hay while the sun shines. Figure it out. Spend time with yourself. Spend quiet time. Meditation. You don't have to be a monk to meditate. I walk and I meditate. You can have walking meditation. I look at the trees. I acknowledge the ants on the ground. You introspectively go within yourself. You figure it out. You ask the man above or woman above to help you, to guide you. You ever heard the phrase that whatever you think about comes back to you? Because you're passionate, it comes back to you. I am passionate about life. We only come this way once, as far as we know, right? But while I'm here, I'm gonna exhaust every bit of energy I have to live from a point of me that I can give back. There's no tomorrow, there's no second chance, there's no plan B for me. Full steam ahead, I'm gonna make it, I am gonna make it. You know, sometimes, you see kids play baseball games or whatever, and there's first, second, third, fourth, and fifth prizes. No, I detest that. There's no second prize, not even for a child. If there's a second prize, you know it can be second best. There's only one prize, the first prize. There's no second prize, no third prize. Don't give your child a fifth prize trophy. Say he came in third, fourth, or fifth. No, that changes his mentality. Well, I'm good enough. I can only be fifth. No, you got to be first. If you grow with that mentality, and I guess it came to me when I was growing up at 17. I left my little island and came on a scholarship because I know I could. Even at that tender age, it was within me, but I had to develop it. And as life challenges came along, I just knew nothing in life lasts forever. The bad times don't last, people. The good times don't last. I've had a glorious life. I've had some downsides as an entrepreneur. It takes a lot, people, let me tell you. It takes a lot to have the mindset to not even want to think of a job. And that's me. But that's me, and that's not everybody else. But it just goes in the same thing. Whatever you want to do, that's what I decided. I just decided. So now, as of from today, you decide, I'm going to get a job. I don't know how, but I'm going to get one. I'm going to figure it out. Something's going to come my way. Somebody is going to send me a lead. I'm just going to figure it out. I don't know why, but I trust and believe. If you trust and have that belief, it's not a maybe. It must happen. It absolutely must. I can only speak from myself, from the point of view where things have happened to me and I've had to pivot. Like I said, the number one regret of people in the hospice were that they didn't try. They didn't figure it out. Steve Jobs says, we are all going to die one day. What do you have to lose? We all going to meet our maker one day. So what do you have to lose? Why not try? I'm going to give you this one statistic today. Every day, every single day, 1 million people do not wake up. That's a statistic you can take to the bank. Every single day in America, 1 million people minimum never wake up. You woke up this morning. What are you afraid of? What are you sad about? Figure it out, people. Don't be sad. My answer to this, get a tribe. Get a herd. Have that tribe mentality. You can't, not all of us are strong. Some of us are weaker than others. That buddy system works. It works for me. It has worked for Apple, for Jeff Bezos, for Elon Musk. These are the people I follow and I listen to. These are thinkers. These are thought leaders. People who say it's not impossible. The more I talk, the more I think about different things. Let me give you a shot before we wrap up. Elon Musk, he owned PayPal. He sold PayPal. He made $180 million net profit. You know what he did? He went all in on his dreams. He put 60 million in Tesla. He put another 60 million in his spacecraft, in SpaceX. He put another 60 million in batteries for his Tesla cars and industrial batteries. 3 of his first SpaceX explorations failed. They blew up. You probably saw that. They blew up. He was almost bankrupt. But you know what? On his interview, he said, and simple words, I never give up. If you watch him on YouTube, they asked him, why did you stop? I never give up. Because that was my dream. And what I did, he said, I learned from these experiences. My team learned. And right now, he's got billions from NASA going back up to space. He is so revolutionary, these capsules come back in the same spot that they left. Technology. But he never gave up. Even when he was going broke, he didn't see a vision of brokenness. He saw a vision of, okay, what do I learn from that? How do I go? So ladies and gentlemen, all I can implore you today is figure it out. Just decide. Decide, I'm gonna get a job. I don't know where, I don't know how. My resume is gonna be top. My cover letter is gonna be the best. Someone's gonna see it. Someone's gonna call me. But along the way, try to figure it out because the world's not coming back. So if you can figure out something that you can do, whether you call it a side hustle, whatever you want to call it, you don't have to be an entrepreneur and be totally out of a job, but you just have to figure it out. So it's been such a pleasure bringing it to you today. I look forward to today. I always like when I can motivate or help anyone, because so many people have helped me in my life. And I give thanks to God that I can give back. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.